Good morning. It's a beautiful morning, June the 28th, I believe. I'm out here in my garden after breakfast, drinking my coffee, relaxing. My garden spring. Hear the water coming up out of the ground. Yes, I'm very relaxed. But it's not always that way. The other day I walked down by my potato bin. And as I walked by, I heard this grumbling and a mumbling, and I just didn't know what they were doing, this bickering. And I stopped and I said to the potatoes, what in the world is going on here? And I heard from the potato bin, oh, Mr. Gardener, don't worry about it. We just can't see eye to eye this morning. So I said to the potatoes, well, I said, you'll mash together very well later on. So, sometimes I'll watch the birds at the bird feeder. They eat and they eat and they eat and they eat. Well, they do a lot of good. They also eat a lot of insects. Good insects, yes, but with the good insects, they eat the bad insects, the fleas, things like that they love. So, I feed them. So while you're watching them feed, I want you to take a look at the stovepipe that's on the pole. It's supposed to be squirrel proof. And it worked for a year and a half. Squirrels couldn't get up there, couldn't figure out how to get up there. So just the other day I looked out there and I saw a squirrel up there eating away. So I watched, and another one came along, and he started sliding up that pole. He'd slide back down, slide up, slide back down. Finally, he was able to get up in there long enough and hold on there, and he squeezed himself through the top of that stovepipe. I had it cut and bent it in, but that squirrel was able to get up through there. So I went down and I bent the top back down and again pretty good. And a couple hours later, I saw a squirrel up there at the bird feeder again. So I guess it'll be the battle between me and the squirrel for a while again. Sometimes the birds like to take a swim. So as I was sitting here the other day, I saw this. Isn't that pretty cool? To be sitting here this close to this, and I see that the birds taking a swim. Who said the pools were closed? Not here. Sometimes I like to listen to Pachelbel. So I sit here and listen to Pachelbel's garden music. I can hear the birds in his music. I can hear the birds here. Nice spring. It's really wonderful music, isn't it? What a way to start a day. Makes me feel very thankful for the life that was given me. Sometimes I'll listen to my granddaughter, Avery, play the piano. She's becoming such a good piano player. Been taking lessons for a long time. I remember her as a toddler sitting in front of Grandma's piano, playing away. Every time she came here, she just loved to sit on that piano bench, play the piano. And it's great, hopefully we can say that gave her the desire to continue to play. I enjoy listening to her. I can sit here and I can look over the garden, see what's blooming, see what's new. The Wagila has already bloomed. And as I walk by it, I can just hear the flowers say, "Oh, gardener, oh, Mr. Gardener, please look at me." And I do stop. And I look at its bloom. Because that's the time for it to shine. That's the time for its glory. And so sometimes I'll stop, I'll pull up a chair and just sit next to it. The clematis bloomed already. And that was really nice, really beautiful. But unfortunately, some fungus got it, and within a day or two, it was completely withered. And I had to cut it down. But it'll grow back this year, and we might get some later bloom later on in the fall. It's not always all glory. It's not always all beauty. Sometimes we have to be harsh as a gardener, do those kind of things. But it'll all work out in the end. The sage came out, beautiful purple sage. And oh, the bumblebees like that early in the summer. Yes, and bumblebees, we need the bumblebees, all kind of bees around here. Pollination. That was really nice. So things are coming up pretty good. For this summer. There'll be some new things down below in the butterfly garden to show you a little bit later on. It's just a relaxing time. As I was walking out to the outer garden the other day, I heard from the strawberries, from the strawberry bin I had down there. And I heard this crying and this whimpering, and I heard this, "Oh, Mr. Gardener, please help us, please help us. We don't know what to do." And I said, "What's the matter, little strawberries? What's going on? How can I help?" And I heard from the strawberries, "Oh, Mr. Gardener, Mr. Gardener, our mother and our father went away. We don't know where they went. We think they got in a jam." Well, I guess I'm going to end my morning with that. And I thank you for watching and for listening. And see you next time.